Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. I believe that liminal spaces are mystical transition spaces where we're open to new things, new messages, new learning, new understanding. And I think that oracle cards and tarot cards are a simple form of ways for those messages to come to us. If we're open, if we're looking, then we can receive messages from our spirit guides and guardians, from our soul, from the divine universe around us, from our divine creator all around. And anything that we're open to can come to us, and these messages can be given to us through these oracle cards. The deck that we're working with this week, and this is day 7 already, the last day that we're working with this deck. This is the Threads of Fate Oracle. It is the Shadow Edition. It is absolutely gorgeous. Dark cards with this gold foil. This deck is by Blair Porter and Britt June, and here's the information if you're interested in finding it. I've really enjoyed the week that we've spent with this deck. I just always find it deeply, I find that I deeply connect to it, and I hope you are also deeply connecting to it. So I'm going to continue doing the daily 2-card reading that I have been, where we look at 2 things. We look at the energy of the day, the energy that's coming at us from the universe, from our spirit guides and guardians around us, the things that we need to, that are coming at us, basically. So energy, here's our energy card. And then the other thing we look at is focus. And focus is the intention, the effort, or the response then that we control and put back into the energy coming at us. So focus. So here is our focus card. All right. So let's see what these cards have to tell us. I'm going to continue to read as I have been intuitively initially, and then I will read from the guidebook as well, because I think there's deep insight in these guidebooks that are meant to go along with these cards. So for the energy of the day, higher perspective. Well, this is a gorgeous card, and I've actually found that if I just leave them alone, it's easier for you to see them. So we have an eye, we have a moon, and we have wings here with light beaming from behind there. So if this really feels like a message from our divine universe, from our soul, because our soul knows things that we in this human life don't know. Let me zoom in a little bit more on this, sorry. And I feel like this day, this Wednesday, January 10th, has some important information that we need to be open to and aware of. And I don't know what this card is going to be, but I just hope that we can be aware and open to this beautiful higher perspective. Something that doesn't necessarily have to do with our everyday lives, our job, our family, something much bigger than those things. So let me read what the card says. This is an air card. And let me get to the right page. Air is all about new ideas, innovation, new beginnings, growth, inspiration, communication. All right, so higher perspective. As people who do their internal and spiritual work, we are less likely to be bogged down by drama or reactiveness that we know truly don't matter. But being human means that there are some times where we can't help it. Sometimes it is easy to stay in a higher perspective and see all the moving pieces as they truly are, but sometimes life and people around us are very good at sucking us into a space of limited vision. This card is asking you to see whatever situation you are experiencing, let me read this sentence again. This card is asking you to see whatever situation you are experiencing resistance with from a higher perspective. So this kind of sounds like maybe there's something going on in our lives. You know, I think every day there's something going on with our lives. Has it been bothering us? How is it affecting us? Maybe we need to step back and look at the situation, not from our human perspective, not that that's small, not that it's not important, but from the bigger picture, you know, how it affects more than just ourselves or more than just the maybe other person in the situation. Higher perspective. All right, let's look at the focus that we're going to put into this day, how we respond to it. Oh, we have love. You know, this is a repeat. This is the only repeat card that we've had this week. I didn't think we were going to have any, but love is the energy, or is how we're going to respond to this. And I think that's kind of beautiful, isn't it? I mean, ultimately, if we lead with love, we're always going to come out ahead. And so if we're leading with love and looking at the higher perspective, whatever has been going on, I think we're going to come out of this day with something great and beautiful. Now, let me read what the deck has to say to you. This is an ether card or spirit card. I think it's important to know that the most important thing is love. And sometimes love is hard. Like, sometimes it's difficult to allow ourselves to be open enough to love, whatever that is. But this is the focus that we're going to put into the day. So love. This card is an invitation to examine love in all facets of your life. This is love of self, love of others, your healthy or not so healthy boundaries, your presence with others, your relationship with intimacy, and if you feel seen and heard, if you feel passion, joy, and total responsibility. This card could signal a need to build a better relationship internally, or maybe with a partner, in your business or work life, or even towards a goal or hobby. It could also be a reminder that love is a choice. So it looks to me like something big is happening today, and we need to allow ourselves not to react maybe the way we normally would, defensively, with aggression, or even respond at all. Just be open and loving to this energy. And then by allowing ourselves this loving energy, this loving view of the situation, we can maybe see something that's a higher perspective. Not just the little thing that's bothering us, but the bigger picture that affects so many more people or things than us. I think this is a good reading. I think this is something that we need to be aware of. And, you know, not even just for this day, but if we always lead with love, I think that's going to, and it's hard. I know, I know. Some days the last thing I want to lead with or focus on is love energy. But I think it's a good lesson. It's good medicine for me. It's good medicine probably for all of us. So lead with love and allow ourselves to be open to a higher perspective. I hope you found this reading helpful or connected with it in some way. I hope you've enjoyed this deck. Again, this is the Threads of Fate Oracle Shadow Edition. We've been with it for a week, and I hope you've enjoyed the beauty of this deck. Not just the really gorgeous cards, beautiful, beautiful cards, but also the beautiful energy that this deck has and the way it's connecting us to our spirit guides, our soul, our divine universe around us. I would love to hear any comments that you have about the reading. I would love to hear how you feel about this deck, what you've thought about it, if you've been called to it or drawn to it in a certain way. I would appreciate any likes that you have. I'm so thankful for all of the views that I'm getting. I hope to see you tomorrow with a new deck, because I'm working with a deck for a week at a time so we can kind of get an idea of the energy that's going on around us and what this deck is trying to say to us. So we'll have a new deck tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed this beautiful deck that we've worked with today and for this entire week. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me.